Hi there, it's Heidi. Today I thought I would do a little work with you on a soft foam roller to release some tension that you might be feeling in your body. I say soft foam because I'm not a big fan of the hard styrofoam rollers. I like the soft ones that are pliable. In my world, if you're going onto something hard, onto a surface or a part on your body that's not feeling very good, and you cause it to hurt more, what's going to happen are the muscles around it are going to contract to protect it. So you're really not doing yourself any good. You're just increasing the tension in that area. A soft foam roller will be more massage-like, and you can get in a little deeper. So I've been thinking about my hips today because I woke up with my hips not feeling so great, which is kind of unusual for me. I tend to have a little bit of tension in my right hip at times, but mostly my tension is held in my neck and in my shoulders. So we're going to start with our hips, and then we're going to move into the shoulders and the neck. All right? So what I want you to do, if you have a roller available, grab it. If you don't, then probably need to get on Amazon right now. This one's by OTPT, and order yourself one in. Once you get on it, I want you to walk your feet forward. You're going to come so that the roller is resting on your pelvis, or I should say your pelvis is resting on the roller. I'm not actually on my butt cheeks. They're kind of slightly in front of my roller. My hands are going to be behind me, but I'm going to use my belly strength to hold me up so that I could actually lift my hands off the floor. But I'm not going to. I want my hands behind me to protect me. And then I'm going to drop my knees over to the right and start to take them into a few circles, just checking in, seeing how this side feels. This is typically my, should I say better side, the one that isn't as achy, but today this is the achier side, which I find kind of interesting. I'm going to look for a place that doesn't feel so great. That's where I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to take my bottom knee and open and close it like a little clam. What I'm doing here is drawing connective tissue fluid into this place that doesn't feel so good. A lot of times the reason it doesn't feel so great is because it's dehydrated. Do that 2 more times. And then let your knees be closed. Sit there for just a moment. And then you have an option to, you're going to bring your left arm over, but you can either stay with your right arm on the right hand on the floor, or you can come onto your forearm. When you come onto your forearm, you're going to get a little deeper into that hip socket. I'm doing the same thing with my knees, taking them in a big circle. And then again, I'm going to go, wow, where is that place that it feels the most funky? Where is it exactly? And I'm going to try to find it and stop on it. And then I'm going to take my bottom knee, cross it over my top, or my bottom ankle, I should say, and my top knee is going to go in a circle. So once again, if you think of the hip socket and where the femoral head goes inside of it, that's kind of where we're giving it some love. It's got a lot of soft tissue in there, and it can get stagnant, especially if you're sitting around a lot. Pick the place that needs the love the most and shake your hips from side to side, forcing that fluid in again. And then pause there just for a moment and drop your foot over. We're going to go right to the second side, so our hands are coming directly behind us, our knees are dropping to the left, and we'll take those nice little circles, checking out this side. As I said, it's kind of interesting that this side isn't that sore today. It's usually my more cranky side, let's say that, cranky. So if you don't have a place that hurts, which really I don't have much that's achy over here, I'm just going to pick a place to stop, and then I'm going to take my bottom knee, open and close it a few times. Both knees are going to rest on that side for just a moment. Maybe take a breath in and out. And then draw your right hand over. I bring it all the way to the roller. Either stay up on your fingertips or drop your elbow to the floor and take your knees in a bigger circle. This does feel really good, even though this side doesn't ache. It's just such a nice, comforting feeling. It's like I'm giving myself a massage. Find your place to stop. If you got that sensitive spot, you always want to stop there. Take your top leg over and go in that circle again. Find your place again, shake your hips from side to side, forcing that fluid right into the place that's dehydrated, and then pause for a moment. We're going to come into a hip stretch. So what I want you to do is bring the roller so that it is right underneath your hip. You're going to extend your legs long, flex your toes, and then lay your head on the bicep of your bottom arm. You're going to bend that bottom arm, reach your hand up, and then grab your top arm and pull out the elbow so you're creating length from your fingertips to your heel. What you're pulling on is this connective tissue on the top side of your body. So really try to lengthen the best you can. I'm a little bit crowded here with the fireplace, but I'm still feeling it. Take 2 more patient breaths. And then you'll just roll right on over to the opposite side. I'm going to just come on over to my opposite hip. Same thing, reaching my top arm over, flexing my bottom foot and pushing it away from my fingertips. You want to feel a long line of energy on the top side of your body. All right, we're going to come on up and work on our shoulders and our neck. So the roller is going to become parallel with the top of your mat, horizontal ways. You're going to take the roller to about your bra line area. If you're not wearing a bra, gentlemen, you'll just take it behind your sternum and walk your feet out. Should be at that top 1/3 of your shoulder blades. Hands are going to interlace behind your head. Do a little wiggle around and try to spread your shoulder blades first, and then bring those hands behind the head. And a very important cue is to draw your elbows together. This helps to expose more of your vertebrae to the spine, which is where a lot of that tension lies. So once you have your elbows squeezed in, walk your heels in next to your glutes, pick your pelvis up, and start to roll the roller about 2 or 3 inches. I'm looking at my knees as I do this. We're going to go 3 different areas of the back, so you want to keep it kind of concise, giving it lots of love. As I go up and down, sometimes I have to walk my feet in again because it kind of moves away. And then just like the hips, I'm going to look for a place that's a little sensitive. I'm going to pause on it. And then you can either leave your pelvis up, it gives you a little bit more abdominal work, or you can set it down and you're going to side bend. I'm going to go with pelvis up. So you're drawing your shoulder towards your hip, but your shoulders are flat on the roller. You're kind of twisting the skin and the tissue, drawing fluid in. As I come over to the side, this time I'm going to extend my arm out and draw some circles with my fingertips. This again tries to bring fluid into that space of the upper back. Try that on the other side a few times. And then hands come back behind you. Re-squeeze your elbows together. Walk your feet in about a footprint. You should be about in the middle of your shoulder blades. And then we'll do that gliding up and down again. A little bit, up and a little down. Again, just those 2 or 3 inches. You're staying in tight. I'm still looking at my knees. And then I'm going to do that side bend. Elbows are still squeezing to the ears. You're just turning your torso so that your shoulder goes towards your hip and then back up. Whichever side you're bent to, extend that arm out. We'll make those little circles again. And then bring it back behind you and extend it to the other side. And then bring both hands behind you. Re-squeeze your elbows together. Have your heels close to your glutes. And start to stack your opposite elbow on top of the bottom shoulder. So I'm stacking left over right. And I'm gliding on that outer edge of my shoulder blade. Feels pretty lovely, to be honest. And then I'm going to pause, lower my pelvis to the floor. Both knees are going to stack on top of one another. And then I want you to think, if you're a yogi, of the movements you do in cat-cow. So we inhale, cow pose, right? Arch your spine. And then exhale, curl into a ball, cat pose. Do that 4 more times, inhaling as you bring your arms or your shoulders back, and exhale as you take it back down. Last 2. And then go ahead and draw yourself back into your cow pose. Take your top elbow and drop it behind you. Inhale as you take a twist. Exhale, stack your elbows again. Inhale, twist. Exhale, stack. One more time. And then we're going to come back together, move back into the twist, and we're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. Try to let your elbows be as wide as they can. And then come back into your stacked elbow, stacked knee. Roll back onto your back. Pick your pelvis up. Do that little glide up and down. And then walk over to that left shoulder. So you're going to take your opposite elbow on top of the bottom elbow. For me, I have right over left, and I'm gliding the outer edge of my shoulder blade. Pick a place to stop. Lower your pelvis to the floor, knees stack and elbows stack. You're going to inhale, arch your spine, cow pose. Exhale, draw your belly in, elbows towards knee. Inhale brings you back. Exhale takes you forward. 2 more times. And then I'm going to come back again. My top elbow's dropping behind me. I'm going to inhale, hi there, and then exhale, close it up. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back. Last 2. Go ahead and come back into your twist. Hold for those 2 patient breaths. Remember, let your elbows drop apart. And then restack your elbows, come back onto your back. You're going to move your roller 1 more time, so feet walk in. You should be at the bottom of your shoulder blades. Nice little glide up and down. You probably are kind of coming on and off that bottom edge of your shoulder blades at this point. Take those side bends again. You always stop on the place that needs love. Extend an arm out, a few more circles. Second side. And then bring your hands back behind you, elbow squeeze back in, walk your roller back to where you started at the top of your shoulder blades. Heels are moving in towards the glutes again. Think of what you would do if you were doing a sit-up. You're going to roll the roller down your shoulder blades, let your elbows come towards your knees. You're going to let your pelvis hit the floor, and then pop it up. You want to go slow on the way down, pushing that fluid down your shoulder blades, and then quick on the way up. Try that 3 more times. And then come to a seat and just kind of feel how those shoulders are feeling. Mine feel so much better, and I'm so excited to be able to do my neck next. So what I want you to do is lay on your back, have the roller above your head, and then take your nose and draw a straight line across the ceiling. So our tendency is to drop our chin down to our shoulder when we take a side, a head turn, but I want you to do a straight line instead. See how your range of motion is. Is one side maybe a little tighter than the other? Both of mine feel very tight today. And then you're going to grab your roller and we're going to place it right at your hairline. You have choices to what you can do with your legs. I'm going to bend my knees and bring the soles of my feet together. That feels really good to me. If that doesn't feel good for you, sometimes internal rotation feels good. So feet a little wide, knees together, or you can leave them extended out, or you can have bent knees. Your choice. Again, you should be right at the hairline, so you're feeling a little bit of skull on the roller and a little bit of your neck. I want you to let your arms rest by your side with your palms facing up and relax your shoulders. And then put pressure into the roller with the back of your head. Turn your nose maybe 1.5 to 2 inches to the right. Keep that pressure in the roller and start taking your nose into some circles. Give a little massage to your skull. Notice if there's any tender places, and if there is, pinpoint it and stop on it, or just pick a spot and nod your head up and down, staying on the right side. So you're drawing your chin towards your chest and then lifting it back up. As you come down this next time, hold with the chin to the chest and try to physically draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. Close your eyes and take 3 beautiful breaths. And then allow your eyes to float open. Lift your head up. Turn your nose over to the left at about 1.5 to 2 inches. Same pressure in the roller and those circles again. Loosening up that tight tissue on the back of our skull and neck. Pick a place to stop. You're going to do that little nodding of your head. Yes. But staying with it a little bit off center over to your left. Next time the chin comes down, hold there and take those 3 patient breaths. You can close your eyes. Shoulders are relaxed. And then reopen your eyes, come back to center. Take your roller and move it up about 1/2 inch. You just want to get to the place where you no longer feel your neck on the roller. You're only on your skull. Have your chin lifted high. Turn your nose again to the right and make those little circles. So you're just kind of above the spot you were at before. Give it a little nod. And then draw the chin down and hold. While you're holding, I want you to take your pointer finger and find the hinging spot of your jaw on the right. So right where it opens and closes at. And then roll onto your side and place your jaw onto the roller right there. Open and close your mouth a few times. Next time it's open, hold there. Close it. And then roll your nose towards the ceiling. Find the spot behind your ear to take your nose into a circle. So it's another 3rd spot on your skull that you're giving a little love. Nod it again up and down. Draw the chin down and hold. And then return to your back. We'll take that to the other side. So start with your head lifted. You want to still be only on the base of the skull. Turn your nose a little over to the left and trace the circles. Stay where you're at and nod your head yes. Drop your chin down to your chest and hold. Take your pointer finger, find that hinging spot on your jaw, and roll yourself over so that your jaw is resting on the roller. Open and close your mouth a few times, keeping good alignment of the jaw when you do so. And then hold with your mouth open. Close it, roll your nose towards the ceiling, and trace some more circles. And then return back onto your back. Have that roller back where it's supposed to be. Lift your chin back up, hands by your side. Make your face parallel to the ceiling, and then trace some sideways figure eights with your nose. You want to try to go as wide as your skull. Sometimes the roller moves and you got to move it back. Reverse the direction. Come back up, lift your chin up, press the head into the roller and drop your chin to your chest. Let your shoulders press into the earth. Hold there for 3 more breaths. And then lift back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Push into the roller, chin comes down, shoulders come down with it. 3 breaths. Final time. Lift back up, press in, and draw that chin back down. And then go ahead and close your knees, roll onto one side or the other, and bring yourself up. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of fascia work today. My name is Heidi Borsch. If you'd like to give me a little donation for spending time with me today, you can Venmo me at Heidi-Borsch. Thank you.